Well, the first day of school just around the corner for many is San Diego Unified, Power Unified. While many families are focused on the shopping list and school supplies, there's another important preparation checklist, your child's health from getting back to school. Sleep schedules going here, supporting mental health and preventing illness. So we're looking at what parents need to know for a healthy start to the school year. Joining us to talk about all this is Dr. Nadia Ansari, a pediatrician with Sharp Steely Medical Group. Thanks so much for coming in, doctor. Back to school time here. It can be a little stressful, right? What kind of conversations should parents be having with their kids?
Yeah, I think the conversations with parents or with kids is really important. I think they pick up on the vibe just as much as whatever we're talking about.
Sure.
So it's good to bring it up with good energy and start those conversations early, 1 to 2 weeks before, asking some open-ended questions. What are you nervous about? What are you excited about? And, you know, providing deeper answers rather than just reassuring that, hey, it's going to be all right.
Sure, we were just talking in the commercial break. My kids are bored with being bored. Like they want to get back onto a routine. They miss their friends. They miss the school, component. Talk about how important routine is.
Yeah, routine is very important for a developing brain. When kids know what to expect, waking up, going to school, homework, activities, bedtime, that frees up a lot of mental space for learning, for being creative, developing their personalities, rather than just sticking in that fight or flight mode and figuring out what's happening next.
Yeah, I feel like they thrive better in that environment. I really do.
Absolutely.
Sleep schedules. This is one we're going back and forth on a little bit. I've been trying to ease them back from the late nights a little bit at a time. What is the best approach on that?
That's actually the best approach is about a week or two before school is starting. We want to start pulling back the sleep time. So 10 to 15 minutes each night, just gradually getting back. It's going to be a mess if we try to do it just the night before.
Right, oh, that'd be a struggle. And how many hours should, the youngers get and then the teenagers?
Elementary school kids should be getting about 9 to 12 hours of sleep, whereas teenagers should be getting anywhere from 8 to 10.
Okay, nutrition, any advice that you could pass along? We're getting those lunch boxes back and ready. There's, school lunches and everything. We got to make sure they're getting the good stuff too.
Yeah, breakfast is especially important as we're walking out of the house on our way to school. So try not to aim for a perfect breakfast, just honestly a protein and something that's not entirely sugar.
Yeah, because some of those cereals, I know they're quick, but boy, there's a ton of sugar.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking, like peanut butter toast, eggs, things like that.
Physical activity, it's actually pretty good because they're going to at least get recess in, but sometimes that's not enough, right? How much physical activity should they be getting, and why is that so beneficial to these young bodies?
So enough physical activity is usually about like an hour or so of moderate to vigorous activity, and that can be split up throughout the day. So recess definitely counts, walks around the neighborhood after dinner, just so that they get moving and they're, that helps prevent a lot of diseases, diabetes, things like that, and keeps their heart healthy and young.
What about vaccines, seeing the doctor, doing the checkups, the physicals and all that?
Yeah, definitely important, especially as we're getting into these fall months with a lot of illnesses.
Right,
so
true.
I would definitely expect the young kiddos to be bringing home anything and everything.
Yeah, back to those lots of Germ-X and others, wiping things down and all that, because we want them to stay safe for sure.
Absolutely.
Screen time, a lot of it spent during the summer. I feel you're paying at home, parents. But time to limit that a little bit, because now we're adding the laptops and everything for the homework, right?
Yeah, school itself is just so digital now, but beyond that, we want kids to be paying more attention to what they're looking at and what it's taking away from, rather than like a set number of hours.
Mental health, top of point here too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of screen time can be associated with worsening mental health, and so all the parents out there, if you're noticing signs and changes in behavior, it's especially important to start those conversations with your pediatrician early.
Check in on those kids early and often throughout the school year, as well as your pediatrician. Thanks for coming on, doctor. Really appreciate it. Where can we learn more?
Sharp.com, Sharp Steely Medical Group, and of course the American Association of Pediatrics as well.
Thanks, doctor. We'll be right back.